Well, we will start the Illinois Route 72 Corridor Redevelopment Project Area Annual Joint Review Board Meeting at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, July 14th. I'll do roll call by going around the room and have everybody state their name and where they are from. And we'll start with David since he's remote.
Oh, David Silverman, village attorney.
Wanda Bloomingdale, village resident.
Robert Horn, Supervisor, Scott Township.
Brenda Lindy, Village Davis Junction.
Sandy Mons, village clerk. Elizabeth Ginsburg, SB Friedman.
Mary Saliga, SB Friedman.
And Jeff Dickinson, SB Friedman.
All right. And then next on the agenda is the approval of the JRB meeting minutes for July 8th, 2020.
So moved.
Okay.
I'll second.
Bob, it's a motion to approve them, and Glenda seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Now, well, we'll have Jeff go over the annual review of the Illinois Route 72 Corridor Redevelopment Project Area.
Great. Thanks, Brenda. We're glad to be here. Glad to see you folks in real life and David online and anybody else who's online. I was going to ask Elizabeth Ginsburg, my colleague, to actually walk through the slides, if that's all right.
Yeah. I believe most of you have seen similar versions of these before, so we'll go through them pretty quickly. But as you all know, the TIF was created in 2016, and it's located just west of here, as shown on the map on the slide. Per the statutory limits, the district is set to expire in 2039. Skipping ahead to slide 4, the EAV of the TIF district is currently just under $280,000. That's as of 2020, the most recent numbers available from the county. And most of the activity that's occurred is the Dollar General store. As of fiscal year 2020, you all had dispersed about $70,000 to the developer through the RDA agreement. Skipping ahead to slide 5, you can see the annual TIF increment income from the developer taxes. And then down below, you can see the payments to the developer. Most of the activity in the TIF district occurred in fiscal year 2016, which was again when the TIF was established and when the village did the public improvements. So that's the just over $1 million in 2016. Are there any questions on this table? Great. Skipping ahead then, I guess, to what we're projecting for fiscal year 2020 and in the annual report that will be filed in October. The estimated revenue from the taxes on the Dollar General parcel is about $23,000. And 70% of that, which will be paid back to the developer, is about $16,000. There will be likely some other small revenues similar to previous years, and then the administrative costs will get added in. But at the end of the day, the estimated fund balance will remain at about negative $1.3 million. The audit typically gets finalized in the fall, either September or early October. Mm-hmm. And then per the requirements, the annual report is due at the end of October. And then on the final slide, we just have kind of a discussion slide to talk about either recent activity in the TIF, which we know there has been limited activity, or future plans. So I can hand that off.
Jeff, let me just jump in real quick on this point. We met with the mayor yesterday, and we were talking about this very thing that we need to get more activity going in the TIF district. And we have a couple ideas on how we're going to approach that, including going back to STL Equities, the developer that did the Dollar General. That company has relationships with other retailers that could complement the Dollar General. And we are going to engage them in a conversation. We were going to do that last year, but because of basically the economy seizing up during the course of the pandemic, we kind of skipped it. And we're kind of focused on other things anyway. But we are going to do that this week. In addition, Rick was explaining that there's some other things, other opportunities that may be presenting themselves over the next couple months. And Jeff, you could probably speak to this even better than me. I mean, there does seem to be a lot of pent-up development pressure out there and a lot of development finance available. So we're certainly seeing increased activity across the board. So it might be a good opportunity. It might be a really good time to start really try to gin up interest again in the TIF district.
Absolutely. I think we've had a lot of activity, David, in the last couple of months of people who've been sitting on the sidelines with capital looking to find good projects. And so I think you're right. It's a good time to stir the pot and or shake the tree or whatever metaphor I can get to be the right one to try to get some more action on the site. I think there's a lot of obviously attractive aspects to it, and we just got to get the site in front of the right people and then hopefully find an opportunity.
Yep. So the point to the JRB members is the village is committed to getting more businesses in here. Some of the economics of the village are evolving with the recent acquisition by Waste Management of Advanced Disposal, what that may mean for operations at the landfill. And the village understands and has known for some time that it does need to diversify its economic development approach. So it's very cognizant of the need to drive particularly new sales tax generating businesses to maintain, really high levels of service for village residents and businesses, and keep being able to do the innovative entrepreneurial things the village has traditionally done.
Is the sales tax that the village collects, is that included in this report? That's separate, right?
Yeah, that's separate. The report only captures property taxes.
Okay.
And I think disclosure of that is confidential and sales tax is protected. So I'm not sure the village could even tell you. Like I said,
We can't. We have an agreement with
And
the Eleanor.
without the sales tax really helping the village out even.
That's correct.
Right.
With these numbers.
That's correct.
If everything stays the same, so.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything else?
Want to formally open public comment, I guess, or invite it, I guess? Is that officially what has to happen, or?
Public comment?
I do not have anybody attending remotely.
Okay. You guys have anything else?
Anybody interested in doing anything? Anything on the, or don't want to say?
I'm not involved in that part.
David would know the answer
Yeah.
to that best.
In terms of developing in the TIF district, is that the question?
Correct.
Yeah. So again, so what we're going to do is reach out again to the developer who did Dollar General, because again, they have relationships with other retailers. And we had originally talked to them about the possibility of bringing someone else, at least one other entity, retail entity, to the TIF district. And again, for various reasons, those conversations haven't progressed, but that store is doing very well. And there could be a couple opportunities to discuss possible expansion of the floor plate for the store itself, as well as complementary retail operations. So we need to have those conversations, and based upon the conversation we had with the mayor last night, we're going to move on that this week and try to get those conversations rolling again. In addition, there may be some other opportunities for other businesses to come into the TIF district as well that we're exploring, but they're very preliminary at this point.
right, does anybody have anything else? Okay, well, I guess we're at the adjournment.
I moved to adjourn.
Second.
All right, Glenda moves to adjourn and seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't know.
It is 10:11.